It's a lot of chola.
We're Tim and Ann. Come along with us as we spend our weeks raising 3 kids, working and homeschooling, all while traveling this wonderful country in our Alliance Delta travel trailer. Ever since we stumbled into this lifestyle, our motto has been, when God closes a door, somewhere He opens a window. Good morning! We are trying our very best to go to Joshua Tree National Park today. We have been sitting in this traffic jam for how long, Tim?
54 minutes.
54 minutes. Whew. But hopefully eventually we'll get there. Joshua Tree is our second duplicate national park as a family. We have been to Badlands on both trips. And we went to Joshua Tree last year. We'll put our video linked here from Joshua Tree. So, plan of attack today is the road through the park is kind of shaped like a Y shape. So last year we did the top part, which is like the main scenic drive part, I would say, because the bottom part of the Y doesn't have Joshua trees. So people who are going for a short time want to go see some Joshua trees. The south entrance is probably not the one you want to use, but that's what we've chosen today. Actually, we were essentially equidistant where we're camping from both entrances, right? We could have chosen the other.
I think the other one was still a little further away.
Okay, but
less traffic probably.
Since we've now waited for 54 minutes in this traffic jam, we could have gone to a different entrance. But anyways, we chose this one. So we wanted to see the part of the park that we didn't see last year. That's a goal of ours. We have at least one short hike that we didn't do last time that we want to do. And what else, Tim?
I don't know. See what else the park has that we haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna go to a different visitor center that we didn't go to last year. We have a picnic lunch, which, I mean,
we might be eating that in the car.
We just really want to not eat in the car, but it's like just the time of arrival just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Anyway, that's the plan today. Joshua Tree, second visit, see some new stuff. Come along. So we made it to the Cottonwood Visitor Center at long last. It's a pretty tiny visitor center. Not a lot to show or talk about there. And we pulled over on the side of the road and had a tailgate lunch in the wind. And then we headed on up the road. So we've made it up to Arch Rock. We basically drove through the whole southern portion of the park. The southern part of this park is all about the diverse deserts, plants that are not Joshua trees. So you've got the convergence of the Mojave Desert and the Colorado Desert. So you've got basically the vegetation from each, and then they mix together. So as you're driving north on the road, you go through sections of different plants, and that was really cool. Now we're up to Arch Rock, and we're going to go on a hike that we've never done before. So hopefully we're gonna see Arch Rock, maybe Heart Rock. It's pretty windy out there, so I'm probably not gonna talk. That's why I'm talking in the car. And but we'll take you along, we'll video what we see, probably recap it when we get back in the car and it's quiet again, and let's go on a hike. This is our first like official Joshua Tree that we walked by. The Arch Rock, where we are, is right at the beginning of the Joshua trees. And this is why this is a top national park for children. All the rocks. Oh, good work, guys.
It's like Fat Man's Misery all over again.
Yeah. Carlsbad Caverns, Fat Man's Misery. This is the, oh, this is kind of narrow, guys. Oh no. I got the backpack. I always got the backpack. I made it. Don't worry, everybody. Look at this. Okay, what do we think, family?
That was fun.
It was good. Good to get out there.
Yeah.
That was rough. That was.
There was a lot of people though. Very crowded.
It was very fun.
It was an easy hike, so I
kind
think
of
a
a
lot of
few.
people were over here looking at it, and yeah.
Yeah, but it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, climb the rocks,
Like to climb the rocks,
around
for
the
sure.
arch rocks. The kids were climbing all around. Heart Rock, as Tim pointed out, is just kind of placed there to take your picture. It doesn't look like it just is there, but it was cool. Yeah, the kids just like climbing around all the stuff. So now we're going to drive past some Joshua trees, I think.
Yep. Here we go.
Good afternoon! Today we are going to explore the northwest section of Joshua Tree National Park where all the Joshua trees are at. We're going to start at a spot we hiked, it's not really hiked. A spot we visited last year.
Yeah.
Skull Rock, come along!
She can't do it.
No, they're fighting over the eyeballs. Yeah, how are you gonna get back down, Benjamin?
No clue.
Okay, is this as high as we're going this time? We found a new to us spot, the Hall of Horrors. Dun dun dun. Wahaha. It'll be horrific when I fall off this because I'm.
No, I'm not gonna catch you.
Okay, while my family is climbing that, would you like to learn something? So, I did some research and I was wondering how Joshua trees got their name. So basically, Joshua trees get their name from the Israelites walking through the desert with Joshua as their leader. And I can see how these Christian people first exploring this desert would be walking through the desert and all of a sudden turn around a corner and see tens of thousands of Joshua trees in front of them and think, wow, they look like the Israelites in the desert. And that is how they got their name, Joshua trees. Okay, bend for scale here. How long is it going to take before my Joshua tree seeds are this tall?
Is that a Joshua tree?
I think it is because I'm scoping them out from the car and
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to find the tiniest one I can see.
I think you're right.
This is
I think it's like 50 years or something, isn't it?
to this height or to like that height?
No, that's like 500 years.
They're 500 years old.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have that. I checked to see if the National Park Service app said anything about how a Joshua tree grows, and it didn't.
Okay.
When I have service,
Well, I don't know. We don't
will-
know how old that is. I
I
just
will
guessed.
research more about.
I think I read 500 years for the oldest ones.
Okay, well, that's I can't watch that grow to maturity.
Mom.
I did come to terms with the fact that I've been watching them out the side of the road, and I mean, this would be very successful, by the way. If this grew like this, would be amazing, right? But even when they're like this tall, there's still usually just one column of stuff. So I decided that arms were probably out of the question.
Yes.
Okay. We have not independently verified this, but somebody told us that a ranger told them that this Joshua tree, which is obviously very old, has this little tiny one next to it. Oh, there's me, hi. Has this tiny one next to it, which is like its offspring. So it's sprouting a new tree because this one will die. And so it's replacing itself with that little tree with my shadow on it. Sorry. We pulled over here to take pictures, and like all of these Joshua trees over here are all pretty big and old. Aren't they, Tim?
Yeah. As soon as we turned onto this road, they were big and old.
They were just all of a sudden, you were like really close to them too. Not that they're not close to the other road, but yeah, they're all
Not like this.
No, they're like right there, and they're all so many branches. Yeah, Axel and I are in here. Where you at, buddy? There he is, setting up in a new spot, so it's nice and quiet in here. So I want to talk to you about the culmination of our trip to Joshua Tree. So the last time we went to Joshua Tree, we got Joshua Tree seeds, and when we went home, I was growing a Joshua Tree, and it got like 5 inches tall, and it had 4 nice little stalks on it, and I brought it with when we moved into the camper to keep my Joshua Tree going. And when we went home for Christmas, because we flew home, I had to leave the Joshua Tree here in the camper, in the cold dark camper, for like almost 2 months, I think. And then we got back and it looked thirsty. Tim said it was a desert plant, so it would be okay, but it looked real thirsty. And I immediately wanted to water it, and I turned on the faucet and watered it with the antifreeze from our fresh tank accidentally. Or really from the lines, accidentally. So since we went back to Joshua Tree, we got new seeds, and we're gonna plant them. This time we're gonna start with 3 seeds, and we're gonna try again. So we are going to dispose of the old sad Joshua Tree. I didn't show you. It was dead. Very dead. In the Joshua Tree kit, they give us this little tiny pot to start our seeds, which I did last time, but this time I'm gonna start in my pot. This pot has like desert plant soil in it, so we'll see. And our kit came with 8 seeds. We also have more seeds still at home, actually, from the last attempt at this. So we're gonna put in, let's put 2 good ones, and then there's one kind of said dinky one. So let's try that. Okay. Axel's like, is this a snack? Okay. So let me show you. So these are the 3 seeds that we're gonna put in. And obviously I don't have like a shovel or anything, but we're gonna kind of mush it up a little bit. I know. Axel really wants to be part of this process. With my kitchen shears. Okay. And when we get home, we can add more dirt too. But here we just don't have that much dirt. So, okay. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so they all get their own little spot there. And let's get them some water. Do it in the sink so it doesn't leak all over. This time, instead of going by this kitchen window, which doesn't really get that much sun, we're going to try to put it in our dinette window. And also, I mean, it's nice out right now, so whenever we can, we'll put it outside, because definitely my plant was not getting enough sunlight in the camper before. So, fingers crossed, and I will keep you posted.